Dachshunds, with their distinctive long bodies and lively personalities, have earned a special place in the hearts of dog lovers worldwide. If you're the proud owner of a dachshund and a movie buff, what better way to celebrate your furry friend than by giving them a name inspired by the big screen? In this video, we'll embark on a cinematic journey to unveil 71 dachshund names from movies. From classic characters to modern blockbusters, there's a name for every dachshund in the real world. Indiana Jones series. A fitting name for a dachshund with an adventurous spirit, inspired by the iconic archaeologist Indiana Jones. Elsa Frozen. Perfect for a dachshund with a regal and elegant demeanor, named after the Ice Queen in Disney's Frozen. Dobby, Harry Potter series. An endearing name for a loyal and playful dachshund, paying homage to the beloved house elf from the wizarding world. Simba the Lion King. Ideal for a dachshund with a majestic presence, named after the lion cub who grows up to be king in Disney's The Lion King. Frodo, the Lord of the Rings series. A name for an adventurous and brave dachshund, inspired by the hobbit who embarks on a quest to destroy the One Ring. Hannibal, the Silence of the Lambs. For a dachshund with a mysterious and cunning aura, inspired by the iconic character Hannibal Lecter. Marley and Me. A heartwarming name for a mischievous but lovable dachshund, inspired by the titular dog in the film Marley and Me. Chewbacca, Star Wars series. Ideal for a dachshund with a bold and furry presence, named after the iconic Wookiee in the Star Wars galaxy. Bambi. A sweet and gentle name for an innocent and charming dachshund, inspired by Disney's classic film Bambi. Rocky series. Perfect for a spirited and tenacious dachshund, named after the iconic boxer Rocky Balboa. Ellie, Up. A heartwarming name for an adventurous and loyal dachshund, inspired by the character Ellie in Disney Pixar's Up. Maverick, Top Gun. An ideal name for a dachshund with a bold and fearless attitude, inspired by the character Maverick in the film Top Gun. Arya, Game of Thrones. A strong and independent name for a dachshund, inspired by the fierce character Arya Stark. Gandalf, the Lord of the Rings series. A majestic name for a wise and noble dachshund, inspired by the legendary wizard Gandalf. Winnie the Pooh. A sweet and endearing name for a lovable dachshund, inspired by the adorable bear in A. Milne stories. Max, The Secret Life of Pets. Perfect for a dachshund with a curious and adventurous nature, inspired by the main character in The Secret Life of Pets. Snoopy, Peanuts. An iconic name for a playful and imaginative dachshund, inspired by Charles Schulz's beloved cartoon character. Fergus, Brave. A strong and regal name for a dachshund with a brave and noble demeanor, inspired by the character in Disney Pixar's Brave. Jack, Pirates of the Caribbean series. Ideal for a mischievous and adventurous dachshund, inspired by the charismatic pirate Jack Sparrow. Eve, Wally. A futuristic and charming name for a dachshund with a playful and inquisitive spirit, inspired by the character in Disney Pixar's Wall-E. Scarlet, Gone with the Wind. A name for a dachshund with a bold and dramatic personality, inspired by the iconic character Scarlett O'Hara. Neo, the Matrix series. A cool and futuristic name for a dachshund with a sleek and agile presence, inspired by the protagonist in The Matrix. Luna, Harry Potter series. A mystical and enchanting name for a dachshund with a whimsical personality, inspired by the character Luna Lovegood. Thor. A mighty name for a dachshund with a powerful and strong presence, inspired by the Norse god of thunder. Buttercup, the Princess Bride. A romantic and charming name for a sweet and affectionate dachshund, inspired by the beloved character in The Princess Bride. Sully, Monsters Incorporated. Perfect for a lovable and furry dachshund, inspired by the friendly monster James P. Sullivan in Disney Pixar's Monsters Incorporated. Shrek series. A humorous and unconventional name for a dachshund with a larger-than-life personality, inspired by the lovable ogre in the Shrek films. Zorro, The Mask of Zorro. A swashbuckling name for a daring and adventurous dachshund, inspired by the legendary masked hero. Dory, Finding Nemo. A forgetful yet lovable name for a dachshund with a friendly and optimistic nature, inspired by the regal blue tang fish in Finding Nemo. Merlin, the Sword in the Stone. A magical and wise name for a dachshund with a mystical aura, inspired by the legendary wizard in Disney's The Sword in the Stone. Mulan. A courageous and determined name for a dachshund with a strong and independent spirit, inspired by the Disney heroine. Buzz Toy Story series. Perfect for an energetic and adventurous dachshund, inspired by the Space Ranger Buzz Lightyear in Disney Pixar's Toy Story. Hobbit, the Lord of the Rings series. A playful and whimsical name for a small and mischievous dachshund, inspired by the inhabitants of the Shire in The Lord of the Rings. Athena, Wonder Woman. A name for a strong and noble dachshund, inspired by the Greek goddess of wisdom and war in the character in Wonder Woman. Cinderella, Cinderella. A graceful and elegant name for a dachshund with a regal presence, inspired by the classic Disney princess. Sherlock, Sherlock Holmes. A clever and detective-inspired name for an inquisitive and observant dachshund. Waldo, Where's Waldo? A whimsical and fun name for a dachshund with a curious and adventurous spirit, inspired by the elusive character in the Where's Waldo books. Sandy, Annie. A warm and lovable name for a dachshund with a friendly and affectionate nature, inspired by the canine companion in the musical Annie. Dumbledore, Harry Potter series. A wise and venerable name for a dachshund with a regal and noble demeanor, inspired by the beloved Hogwarts headmaster. Mickey, Mickey Mouse. A timeless and iconic name for a dachshund with a friendly and playful personality, inspired by the classic Disney character. Bo Peep, Toy Story series. A sweet and endearing name for a nurturing and caring dachshund, inspired by the character in Disney Pixar's Toy Story. Aladdin, Aladdin. A magical and adventurous name for a dachshund with a charming and free-spirited nature, inspired by the Disney street rat turned prince. Cleo, Pinocchio. A charming and aquatic name for a dachshund with a playful and carefree personality, inspired by the goldfish in Disney's Pinocchio. Yoda, Star Wars series. A wise and powerful name for a dachshund with a small stature but a big personality, inspired by the iconic Jedi Master. Paddington, Paddington. A lovable and bear-inspired name for a dachshund with a gentle and kind demeanor, inspired by the character in the Paddington Bear stories. Jasmine, Aladdin. A graceful and exotic name for a dachshund with a regal and elegant presence, inspired by the Disney princess. Pumbaa, the Lion King. A humorous and carefree name for a dachshund with a laid-back and friendly nature, inspired by the warthog in Disney's The Lion King. Dobby, Snow White and the Seven Dwarfs. A playful and endearing name for a dachshund with a charming and carefree personality, inspired by one of the Seven Dwarfs. Goofy, Mickey Mouse. A fun and goofy name for a dachshund with a playful and entertaining spirit, inspired by the classic Disney character. Belle, Beauty and the Beast. A beautiful and elegant name for a dachshund with a gentle and kind nature, inspired by the Disney princess. Woody, Toy Story series. A classic and cowboy-inspired name for a dachshund with a loyal and adventurous spirit, inspired by the character in Disney Pixar's Toy Story. Penny, the Rescuers. A sweet and adventurous name for a dachshund with a compassionate and caring nature, inspired by the character in Disney's The Rescuers. Rocket, Guardians of the Galaxy. A dynamic and energetic name for a dachshund with a bold and adventurous personality, inspired by the raccoon in Marvel's Guardians of the Galaxy. Cruella, 101 Dalmatians. A bold and fashion-forward name for a dachshund with a distinctive coat, inspired by the iconic Disney villain. Olaf, Frozen. A warm and cuddly name for a dachshund with a friendly and lovable personality, inspired by the snowman in Disney's Frozen. Merida, Brave. A spirited and adventurous name for a dachshund with a brave and determined spirit, inspired by the Disney Pixar princess. Gollum, the Lord of the Rings series. A mysterious and unique name for a dachshund with a quirky and enigmatic personality, inspired by the character obsessed with the One Ring. Slinky, Toy Story series. A playful and elongated name for a dachshund with a charming and loyal personality, inspired by the toy dog in Disney Pixar's Toy Story. Coco, Coco. A vibrant and musical name for a dachshund with a lively and spirited personality, inspired by the Disney Pixar film Coco. Mufasa, the Lion King. A majestic and powerful name for a dachshund with a regal and noble presence, inspired by the Lion King in Disney's The Lion King. Morticia, the Addams Family. A mysterious and elegant name for a dachshund with a dark and sophisticated demeanor, inspired by the matriarch of the Addams Family. Joker, the Dark Knight. A playful and unpredictable name for a dachshund with a mischievous and entertaining spirit, inspired by the iconic Batman villain. Daisy, the Great Gatsby. A timeless and elegant name for a dachshund with a graceful and charming presence, inspired by the character in F. Scott Fitzgerald's novel, Dumbledore Harry Potter series. A wise and venerable name for a dachshund with a regal and noble demeanor, inspired by the beloved Hogwarts headmaster, Scooby-Doo. A fun and adventurous name for a dachshund with a goofy and lovable personality, inspired by the lovable Great Dane in the Scooby-Doo cartoons, Dory, Finding Nemo. A forgetful yet lovable name for a dachshund with a friendly and optimistic nature, inspired by the regal blue tang fish in Finding Nemo, Mickey Mouse. A timeless and iconic name for a dachshund with a friendly and playful personality, inspired by the classic Disney character, Remy, Ratatouille. A culinary-inspired name for a dachshund with a refined and adventurous palate, inspired by the rat chef in Disney Pixar's Ratatouille, Thor. A mighty name for a dachshund with a powerful and strong presence, inspired by the Norse god of thunder, Frodo, the Lord of the Rings series. A name for an adventurous and brave dachshund, inspired by the hobbit who embarks on a quest to destroy the One Ring, Elsa, Frozen. Perfect for a dachshund with a regal and elegant demeanor, named after the Ice Queen in Disney's Frozen. Are you thinking about getting a dachshund? Let us know what you decide in the comments below. And if you know someone who's thinking about getting a dachshund, please share this with them. If you like this video, don't forget to like and subscribe to our channel. Otherwise, have a great day. Thanks for watching.